Hello and welcome back everybody. We're going to do another mod review. This one here is for greenhouses once again. This is the ones that I did before. I actually had a question on um, how much the income was, and it was pointed out to me how it was in the file, but it actually tells right here. How blonde am I? So this is the ones that we just did a review on, and it was for lettuce and tomatoes. And of course this is on easy difficulty. And now we have another one for lettuce and tomatoes. So I figured I would review this one since I love the other one so much. So we're going to go to the farm where I actually have my greenhouses spammed here. And you can tell by looking at it, there is a big size difference. You pretty much can put two in the place of one of them. So we're going to put a couple out of each one. I'm going to turn it halfway around where kind of aims towards the other ones. I'm not going to go too picky on this. I'm going to put out a couple. And I'm going to put out a couple others. I'm sure I'm going to have to. Looks like I'm not too straight there. But it's fine. I can just delete them or start a new game. This is more to make sure everything's working properly anyway. Because it will drive me nuts if I don't have everything just so. I mean, it will drive me nuts. So, throw a little paint on, so that don't drive me nuts. It's amazing how much drives me nuts. Alright. So, let's get our water and stuff. Here's our manure. Now on these here, people could not find a trigger. There is no trigger markings on any of this stuff here. You have to actually open up the door. Try not to back into your doors. Take your favorite trailer or your truck, and there you see it. So, easy. This one here, you got boxes. So, that tells you immediately where to go to with this. I don't have enough manure to test all these greenhouses, but I got some bio fruits up here, so I'll just use that. Let me grab a little bit more. It is 1:30 a.m. I should be in bed. Oh well. A good farmer never gets enough sleep. As you can see, no plants are in the greenhouses, but the other one did exactly the same thing until you add water. Once you add water, regardless if you have manure or not, your plants will show up inside. So that's not too bad. It takes about 40% of my truck to get the manure filled up for the buildings. That's kind of better than the bigger placements. These took half, about 5,000 gallons or 5,000 liters. of water, and a lot of people had trouble with the trigger coming up. I have no trouble. Is when I was testing it, right there it is. I do know that if you're using this kind of super tanker, it won't come up, but it does fine with the sheep, but it will not work on that greenhouses right here. So there's your trigger for those, even though they're not marked. These here isn't marked either. It makes me think that they're by the same person, but it's really not that hard. You just back up to the water hose. This one here don't take near as much water. To fill these up, so they all are working fine so far. These here should work fine as well. It's pretty much the same thing, just with a little different graphics. So I'm not expecting any kind of issues. I kind of got tickled, as I said, I got my truck in the way, of one person talking about how greenhouses has nothing to do with farming, and it was stupid. Greenhouses has everything to do with farming, at least it does around me. They use covered up tobacco plants before they ever put out tobacco plants. A lot of people does, and that's form of greenhouses. There's some farmers around here that actually uses greenhouses for produce and stuff to sell to market, just like this. Every version of Farming Simulator I've ever seen has greenhouses, at least as a mod. Your doors do not open. I'll bring up the F1 to show you. So as you can see, none of these doors open, which is fine. You can see in. These over here does open, which is one of the things I liked about these as well, because you can go in and see the hardwood floors and walk right up to the plants. I thought that was a nice touch. I like the needing to use a pressure washer on the sides of this and the ends of these buildings. I think a person that would be cool to get a hold of maybe these mods and add a little special touch, maybe Nostalgic Farmer, because they use wood like this and have vines going up the side and stuff. That'd be kind of a cool touch to have to it. But even with them like this, I think still these look really well. The metal one and the wood ones, they all look really well to me. Like I said, these just don't take up as much space. They don't use as much resources to get them started. And I think if you like greenhouses at all, any of these is a great option for you. Let me get up a bit higher. So I have clearly spammed these things to death, and I like them. So when I'm taking a break from doing some grass silage work, I can play around with my chicken, sheep, and now my greenhouses. I think this is an excellent addition as a mod to the game, and hope everybody enjoys. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and most of all, just everybody have fun. Take care, everybody.